It's JC Audits here. This is a live channel, and that's why I'm going live. It's as simple as that. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, I want to give you a warm welcome, especially if you're white. Especially if you're white and you're listening to this, I want to give you a warm welcome. And the reason for that is you can check out the community section. You can see that whites in this country have been too long ignored, sidelined. Their feelings and hurts have not been voiced. They've been suppressed. This can't go on. It is not fair. It is the white indigenous population of this country. They should continue to live in a sense of a land that they belong in, a land that they had in, before the Industrial Revolution. And by the native British, I'm including the Anglo-Saxons, and especially our beloved Celts, the native tribes of this Albion, this white country, the Britanni, those who painted their faces. So the voices of white, indigenous, native Britons needs to be heard. It needs to be heard now. It must not be suppressed. It must not be kicked to the sidelines as being racist. Free dialogue must flow. Like in the Rivers of Blood speech, one thing he did get right: there must be discussion. There must absolutely be discussion. The duties of politicians need to be to speak up. They need to speak up for the white indigenous population. That's why I'm here today. That's what I just want to talk about. But more importantly, I want your voice to be heard. That's why I'm going to hit this button here. View channel. This is what you can do at home. Go onto the community section right here, and you'll see the kind of post that I've made. Already we've got some comments here. We've got this post about higher grade race. Now, higher grade race are words used by Winston Churchill. Okay, they're not my own. Here we've got a bit about elders. So your senior citizens, lads, these guys might be your grandparents, your parents even, and they might not be with us in 10 years' time. So it's really important that these people, they have living memory of their parents being in the Second World War, in the forces. Maybe they were land girls. These people's opinions matter. They need to be expressed. They need to be voiced. They must feel like they don't have to couch their words in, politically correct language. It needs to be expressed publicly. And debate could and should be had. Here we've got UK whites must not be guilt tripped about past. That's self-explanatory. I've got some agreement there. Quite a bit of disagreement in this bit, but I believe the true will come forward. So help me God. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe this true will overtake utter bollocks. This is a slightly jokey post, but I do genuinely want to know about Muslims and how they clean their backsides. It is a genuine interest of mine. And I wish to find this out by talking to some Muslims and asking them the direct question to their faces, hopefully on camera, about how they clean their backside, because I do think it's important. I do think it's, one of those things that need to be made public. After all, in the Bible, Jesus talks about, it might not be Jesus, but it's in the Bible anyway, so go figure, that the anus it might not use those particular words, but it's implied, is the most important part of the body. So, therefore, by extension, how do you keep your anus clean? I think it's an important matter, don't you? Please comment. Did you know that there are currently Muslim SAS? I'm kind of ignoring that. I'm not claiming to know anything about the SAS. Don't want anyone to think that at all. What do some Muslim people not? Well, yeah, that's covered that. Let's go on to some of the newer comments now that have been made. So I just need to move my phone out of the way because I'm going into my desktop here. I don't want you to see what's going on that. And let's go back on now. So here we go. So we've got a really interesting new person come onto the channel, and I'd like to highlight him straight off the bat. It's this guy, Gigabane UK. I think he's UK. Yeah, he's UK based, obviously, by his name. It's not particularly his view on Sikhs that I'm interested in. He talks about this group. Where is it? Talks about this group. This is really interesting, actually. He talks about this group called, is it Sharp? So they were around in response to the NF's take over the skinhead movement as a national front movement, and it sort of bypassed the wide boys, Jamaican wide boys, getting together with whites and sort of going up on their motorcycles. Maybe it was the Club Cafe kind of generation. Club Racer, sorry, rather, Ace Cafe, all that kind of stuff going down in Brighton and all that kind of thing. But so that's something I want to look into and just check out what this Sharp movement is. That's their logo. They claim to be anti-racist. I mean, like as a fundamental thing. So let's check that out. I think anti-racism is unrealistic. I think it's a bit simplistic. I think it's a bit childish. I might be wrong on that. But anyway, I want to check it out. I think it's an interesting movement. If if our goal is partly to live in peace and live in a more mentally healthy environment, then surely there's some basic things that we can all agree on, so that we don't have to throw words around like racist and stuff like that. If we just strip it back to the bare bones, hopefully that's what I'm going to try and do it a little bit, and not get lost in the words and the details and definitions, like some academics do. Like we've got a load of Greek Orthodox academics, and not all of them. There's one absolutely lovely person I need to talk to, but a lot of them seem to be coming down from their haughty academic sort of areas or whatever they're involved in, saying stuff like, I've read lots of books on, go research Christianity, tell them why the Greek Christianity is the top dog. I'm not going to tell you what book I've read and all that kind of nonsense. It's all there on my channel. If you want me to name and shame him, I will, and you can go and check out his comment. But for the moment, this little couple of minutes is going to be about Gigabane. Gigabane has a take on religion. Let's have a quick look at this. And I haven't really read this properly at all, so let's read it together. A long, long time ago, a concept in the great nothing slowly drew together in a single thought. I think, therefore I am, and boom, the big bang. The universe itself is the supreme being. Tell me, is a supernova beautiful if there's no mind to look at it? Okay, this is slightly just a bit woolly for me. It's not really tangible. I want my McVitie's biscuits. I want my hobnobs. I want my, fucking KFC on the table. This is a bit too woolly for me. I'm sorry, Gigabane. I'm not criticising you as a person by any means. You know that. It's just me being me. Okay. So tell me, all life is the universe exploring and understanding himself. This is sounding like Son of Sassy stuff. Okay, Son of Sassy, well known on the channel. Go and check him out. We are all one. And when our individual time is over, our memories and contributions are added. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I'm a bit grumpy. I need to eat. Okay, and maybe I need to look at this again. After all, I'm just human, and Son of Sassy is a huge contribution to this site, and he's supported me in so many ways, and I agree with a lot of the stuff that it says, but his basic premise, his main premise, I do not agree with Son of Sassy at all, and I hope he knows that. But in general, I do love and want Son of Sassy to be a part of this channel as much as he's able to. Gigabane sounds a little bit similar, as I said, Son of Sassy. I need to look at him again after I've eaten. Gigabane, as I've just mentioned to you, has an allegiance to an anti-racist movement, which, although I think is futile, I think it's worth looking into. Again, I could be wrong. I'm just an individual. I'm just a human, right? So let's talk. Let's look at all this stuff together. Let's try and find some common ground and move forward. That's just about it. I want to keep it short, guys. 10-minute live. It will be in the live section. Do check it out. Thanks for watching. This is JC out for now.